Hello everybody, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel siyaye sifunde iy'ncwadi ezibhalwe ngolimi lwethu lwesiZulu bese siza la sokhuluma ngazo ley'ncwadi esuke siy'fundile sizixoxela laba phela abasuke bengenaso isikhathi sokufunda iy'ncwadi nalaba abasuke benqena nje ukufunda. Siyaphinda futhi sibuke ama-reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese siza la sokhuluma ngawo lama-reality shows, senza ama-reviews and or ama-recaps bese siyaphinda futhi sikhuluma nga-any other issues avukayo uma ngabe lama-show sesiwabukele kwi-TV. Uma ngabe wokuqala usijoyina namhlanje ungakhohlwa ukuthi upresse usubscribe la ngezansi bese uyaphinda futhi upresse i-notification bell la eduze kuka-subscribe ukuze phela uwuthole umyalezo uma ngabe umsebenzi omusha sesiwufakile. Namhlanje-ke ngenza i-review. I know guys, I'm a little bit late with ama-videos ami. As you all know, I was going through a personal issue, so I wasn't able to do the videos, but sizothatha kancane kancane sizoze si-recover. But today I want to do Twice as Bold. Laphayana, I think this was episode 4 if I'm not mistaken. And now on Twice as Bold, we are following a journey of the twins. I think mainly the show is about them finding love, which is quite an interesting thing because they want to sort of date the same person. And also we are following journey yabo in trying to repair their relationship with their mother and their relationship with their brother and their father's family. So Maikala in this episode, they go to this scene where uqondanisa, interesting enough, from Ulokuzana, from umnakwethu is doing a music video. I've heard ukuthi uqondanisa actually is a Maskandi artist, but I guess it's really serious because now wenza nama-music video. I guess he had called the twins ukuthi enze ilokhuzana video with him, and kunamanye ama-twins la, I think it's the Biyela twins, the boys. So angazi what the song is about, but the scene was less about the making of the video kaqondanisa and more about la ama-twins owami owethu bemitha the Biyela twins. So there's a bit of flirting between the two of them. The Biyela twins ke bacela ikheli bacela kodwa ngagcina nomuntu athi ngicela ikheli lakho. Yani but-ke the twins are like, hayi ikheli lani manje, no, we'll give you the numbers, you know, and I mean they're flirting. And then bathi bazobanika ama-number, and then ama-twins are asking the Biyela twins if they use imbiza, and you all know ukuthi amazulu imbiza iyani. I guess it was just part of them flirting with the twins. Honestly, you guys, I don't know why they wouldn't feel like if they date twins, omunye can have one of the twins and the other one can have one of the twins. Why they have to have that mix yokuthi fanele babe ne-relationship eyodwa. Understand kahle hle. But the Biyela twins look like they're also interested. Obviously, these twins, guys, they're beautiful. Too. And then the next scene, well, they do agree that they're going to go on a date with the twins. So yeah, that was the end of that scene. That was the end of that scene. And then the next scene, they're actually meeting with their brother. I was trying to figure out to go to this brother, do they have the same mother? And I got the feeling that they have the same father, not necessarily the same mother. And he is older than them. And Gati abamtshela ngendaba yokuthi bake bangena kwi-accident, so they want him to help them ukuthi abenzele izinto ey'thile njengokubaphahlela and all of that since kwabo bengasekho emhlabeni. And they do talk about indaba yokuthi ubhuti wabo uSiphiwe uLokhuzana ubhuti wabo talks about ukuthi ufuna balungise indaba yasemathuneni. Apparently bangcwabe ubaba wabo, but bathi mase bebuyela emathuneni bafika kunabanye abantu abenze itshe ethuneni lababa wabo. So kwaphambana amathuna, and then they found out ukuthi those people had put ilokhuzana itshe ethuneni eli-wrong or something like that. So he talks about ukuthi ufuna kufixwe leyo nto leyo. And apparently the twins never really met ubaba wabo, but they do know ifamily ngoba nawo ubhuti wabo bamtholile. So he starts telling them about how good of a man ubaba wabo was. Honestly, you guys, I always feel like it's so unfair when a sibling that didn't have a chance to grow up with the father, when they meet the sibling who grew up with the father, and then the sibling starts talking about how good of a man the father was, because it's always like, how good was he really if he never made an effort to find us? How good was he really if he didn't raise us, you know? So, but then at the same time, it's like whoever was raised by this man, Yena feels good, he was a good father. But for me, there's always that question: if a man didn't really make effort to raise some of his kids, how good was that man really? But again, there's always more to the story that we don't know. But he's trying to share with them how he experienced his father. And I mean, I guess he can only talk from his experience anyway. So, and then the next scene, you guys, they're at home, they've moved into a new place. These twins, I think they understood the assignment. We are doing a reality show. We can't say Emma Slippy Slippy Nendao. So they moved into a new place. I wouldn't be surprised if they just rented that place just for the fact that they're doing the show. But it's a beautiful place, you guys. And they have a conversation about what the lawyer talked about when it comes to Indlu Leana, and the fact that they will have to find a proof ukuthi indlu leyana was supposed to be theirs, not ekamawabo. And they realize ukuthi that would be so difficult to do. Nanokuthi i-fight to go to high court to fight for indlu leya uma wayahleli kuyona would be so hard. So they feel like one twin is feeling like yena akasayifuni indlu vele. She wants to let go of that fight, and the other twin is feeling like, but if we let go of the fight, sizozenza kuphi izinto zasekhaya, sizophahla kuphi thina. And they end up agreeing ukuthi, you know what, we'll work hard, sizakhele thina wethu umuzi. Okwamanje masiphahla, we'll have to, sizophahla njengabantu abangenakhaya, sizophahlela esigangeni. And yeah, I don't know how happy ugogo wabo was, because when they consulted with uThembi on Idlozlami, she was very clear, grandmother, to say, this is your home, this is where I left you, you are supposed to be here. Ukuphi, nikuphi. So for them to give up on having that home as their home, I don't know if their grandmother will be okay with that. And if bezophahla esigangeni, whereas ugogo wabo ubashiye nendlu, even if indlu ingabe izibona, but they can still go bayocela kumawabo masifuna ukuzophahla ekhaya or sifuna ukuzokwenza umsebenzi ekhaya. I don't understand why they wouldn't do that. I don't think umawabo would deny them that. But siyasazi ngoba nalowa mama nje ngathi there's no emotions connected to her and iy'ngane zakhe nje. It's like him nje ney'ngane engazazi ukuthi ezakuphi. So maybe anganqaba, I don't know, but I feel like that's the place ekufanele ngabe bazophahla khona. But again, they make a decision ukuthi bazophahla esigangeni bona uma bephahla, because bayayiduba leya ndlu leyana kamawabo. Angazi-ke noma sebeshintshile yini isibongo somuzi, ngoba phela it looks like umawabo ushadile, washada that man-ke, the stepfather. Sebeshintshile yini isibongo somuzi, mhlampe bashisa nempepho ukuthi manje sekuyesinye isename, angazi. Mhlampe that can be an issue too. Maybe that's why, maybe it is a good idea ukuthi baphahle esigangeni, ngoba mhlampe lowa muzi sebewushintshile, sekuphahlelwa amanye amadlozi, not lawa akagogo. Yeah, I guess it's more complicated anyway, indaba yalowa yamuzi. But yeah, I would just think ukuthi mama would let them do that if they want to do it in Lynn. But that's a funny decision that they end up making. And then the next scene, the brother Uspiwe takes them to the grave. But then I feel like maybe between the shooting of the scenes, bayebalungisa yini ithuna, because it looks like ithuna bekuyelaba bwabo, itshe bekuyelaba bwabo. So I was like, so are they bayokhuluma ethuneni leli elifakwe the wrong stone, or bayokhuluma noma sebelungisile? And then I just concluded, I assumed ukuthi no, kusho ukuthi sebelungisile lokhuzana i-tombstone, like bafaka the correct tombstone on a correct grave, because then it wouldn't make sense ukuthi niyokhuluma ethuneni wrong just because libhalwe igama likalo likababa wenu, and bayakhuluma-ke with ubaba wabo noma engasekho, they're begging him ukuthi bafuna enze peace with umama wabo, and they feel like if maybe there is peace between yena, I guess ukuthi uma ehamba emhlabeni maybe they did not get along, and which is the reason maybe umama wabo didn't want to tell them ngobaba wabo, ngoba bayasho ukuthi umama wabo never told them who their father is. Bazitholele ukuthi ubaba wabo ubani, bazitholele ukuthi utholakalaphi and all of that. Their mother never wanted to share that information with them. So I guess they are saying that to ubaba wabo ukuthi make peace with our mother, so that mhlawumbe nathi sizokwazi ukuthi sibe ne-peace naye, akwazi ukuthi asitreat-e ngendlela. Mhlampe into eyenza ukuthi kube ne-conflict between us and her is because there was conflict between wena and her. So yeah, it's just an emotional visit nje to ithuna labababa. I guess, I mean, it should be emotional if you go to a grave kababa wakho that you didn't grow up with, ubaba that didn't give you the love that you feel you needed as a child. Yeah, so that was it. And then the next thing, they're going to see a psychologist, both of them. I guess they have a lot to unpack. I mean, it's never really a bad idea to go see a psychologist when you're dealing with a lot of stuff. I just don't understand the decision by the psychologist to still treat them as one, because I would think that a psychologist would realize that these people need some sort of separation. Let me treat one person and then treat the other, so that I can really see that is it really like a problem galo as well? Are they really that the same? Or is it the same because they're so used to being together that kwayubona it's hard to separate ama issues abo? You can like exactly the same thing, feel exactly the same all the time. I feel like if a psychologist had separated them, maybe they would have a chance to learn themselves away from twin. But the session is both of them. At the same time, I guess it saves money too, because I mean the psychologists are not safe. They say this particular psychologist was somebody that they saw before their granny passed away, but from their intro, from the introduction of the psychologist, it sounded like she hasn't seen them in a long time. Ngathi bakhulile from the last time ebabona. She asked the question, how do they deal with pain? They say they exercise a lot, they run. Obviously, she asks one person a question, she answers, I exercise and run, and then the other person says exactly the same, the same thing. I'm really convinced, you guys, that as much as Befana so much, but I feel like because they haven't made an effort to separate, they won't learn, then they can actually exist and live two different lives. And I feel like counseling sessions like this could be an opportunity for them to actually learn something, to actually learn that they actually are two people that could possibly have two different lives. And I feel like I don't feel like I don't feel like it works in their favor in doing the counseling sessions together. But maybe as the show moves ahead, we're going to see sessions where she will like take one person at the time, so that we can actually see how they are without the other. Yeah, and then they do talk about their father. They're saying that their father passed away before they were born, and they did like they said they didn't find out who he was because until later on in their lives, and it wasn't from their mom. Their mom wouldn't tell them; they had to find out on their own. So after the whole talk, the advice of a psychologist was that they need to focus on themselves. They need to focus more on themselves. Um, I guess ukuthi mhlampe she is feeling like maybe there is no point in them trying so much to repair their relationship with their mom because it doesn't necessarily contribute positively in their lives. So what would be the point of you just pursuing that rather focused on you and your kids instead of focusing on their mom? And it is, I guess it is a good advice, but I really would have loved her to explore getting them to do things separately a little bit away from each other a little bit. I feel like actually even their kids are going to just become one because they're the same age. They are not twins, but they're the same age and they are being raised by their mothers who are living one life. So I feel like their kids probably behave like they're twins too. So then the next scene, they're at home, their beautiful home by the pool, they're stretching, doing some exercise. It was really a cute scene. The kids are exercising with them. And then later on, a friend, Octavia, arrives in the house. Oh, Octavia is the friend. The way Octavia feeling, you know, if, when a friend comes to your house and does this, you know, you know those friends, you all have that friend. It's like, "Hey, Sila, ngihlala la nina." Yeah, she arrived like that. I was like, I don't like Octavia. Octavia is a friend, but like a frenemy. She has a friend with frenemy tendencies. She does, but she goes straight into asking them about indaba yendoda eyodwa ukuthi nisafuna indoda eyodwa kanjani njani. They start talking about ama-threesomes and what. Into engenze ngaba uncomfortable with that scene was the fact that their kids were there when they were having that conversation. I don't know if they didn't notice that the kids are there, or whether that's how they do it. They talk about like they have those sexual conversations with the kids around. I don't know, but it was uncomfortable for me to watch them having that conversation around the kids. But it wasn't anything. I don't know anything significant except they were just saying, no, they're still looking for someone, but she's wanting to get clarity. They're looking for the same person, and now they're not clear on that. But I think they're looking for the same person because it's hard for them to separate. So how are they going to date abantu abahlukene? You know, because if you meet a man here and the other one meets a man, those men are not going to want to live the same life like they do. So then comes the day of the date, it's a my. I actually ngiyakhalela ke-my. In a lot of the shows in Joburg have been shot my. Even in Real Housewives of Joburg, there was a time when Ula Joy no Mrs. Mops went to my. Befuna some traditional way, I think, yes. So baba yise my apparently sehostela bayodla bayodla ipapa nenhloko. You know, bengihala-ke mina ukuthi yani, that's my type of date. But I was like, I'm not sure if this is the type of date that these girls want. Obviously, it was strange. They're like, come my from Sentin to my. Anyway, the biyela twins guys are quite cute, Shame. They're cute boys. Bazwakala engathi nabo they live impilo eyodwa and this one has slept with this one's kids baby mama and then this one's baby mama has slept with this one's baby mama. So nabo banaleyo nto leyo. So angazi-ke ukuthi kuzohamba kanjani lana but they are at the date and kudliwa ngesandla la bayabakhombisa ukuthi ipapa bamangele ama-twins. I like ukuthi the twins didn't take them to some fancy place ngoba befuna ukuba-impressa, you know, they were like, this is us, sihlale ehostela, this is it. Take it or leave it. And yeah, but for some reason they were not judgmental, you know, these twins nabo, even though bemangela ukuthi yeah, ne, hayi impilo sijwayele ukuya but now we're here, you know. But they were like, okay, okay, I see Papa, Yadliwa nenyama lana. And they start just sharing things about their lives as twins. It seems like they have so many similarities. And the twins as well are saying, no, oh, Bhuti Bonashem, banogazi, but as to whether we can date them or not, that is not decided. And I guess Mabe Kuluma, the twins, they're like, but how is this one? Because they are used to dating the same person. So with two people, which is the twins, they're asking, "And what's going to happen? Are we going to do kuzodliwa nombani? Kuzodliwa nombani?" So then the twins laba, the guys decide to name the girls. The one twins bathe umuntu omuhle, and the omunye bathi Ngelosi yamanzi, which I thought was sweet. It was a nice romantic date. Just ukuthi it was at my. It was at my. I thought it was a good date because I just wish the twins would just chooses one twin that they like one twin, and then the other one chooses the other one, so that they have boyfriends. So that the whole thing, because honestly, then if you are intimate with the same person and you are of the same blood, is, isn't there an element of incest there? And that doesn't come with spiritually, that doesn't come with good things in our culture. So I don't know, I feel weird about it, especially because it's not like they date the same guy, but uh, each person has their own time with the person. No, they're talking about ama three sons, they're talking about ama four sons, which means that when they are being intimate, they share that space, that intimate space. All of them, like you and your sister, are in the same space being intimate with somebody. So if you are in the space, it is, to me, it seems like it's the same as you are being intimate with your own blood. That is that is the strangest thing. That is the strangest thing for me. So yeah, but the date goes well, you guys. And that's how it goes with that's how the episode went. I'm glad that they introduced the brother to the storyline so that we can have that as well. And I hope we see more scenes with them trying to build that relationship with their brother. I'm glad we got to see the kids, but I'm hoping that they don't show too much of the kids, you guys, because the one thing about reality shows is that it can tend to uh, that's it, because iy'ngane zincane, but they are on TV. It's going to expose them in some way, Even if we can think it's a smaller nyana part, you don't know how the show is gonna go, and if it's gonna go all the way positive or all the way negative. And if they are shown on TV and they still have to go to school and all of that, you have to consider that. That's why I like what they do with the Ranakas. They don't show their kids as much in that family on camera. The kids do come now and then, but they don't focus on the kids that much. I do feel like when it comes to reality shows, honestly, you should limit the times that your kids are on TV, because sometimes they're at school, but people at school are not aware that their parents actually are on TV. But once you show them on TV, their lives in school changes. So I hope they keep it that way, where we don't see them every episode to where they start feeling pressure that they are also on TV. I do hope that they do follow up on that storyline with their mother. And we see, I'm hopeless about that relationship, but at the same time, I want to see how it goes. It's just that I also feel like they have so much anger towards their mom that when they have a conversation, it's not productive. So they don't. It doesn't lead to anything except conflict. Maybe if they had a counselor or that psychologist that they go to, maybe if they invite their mom to come with them, so that they have somebody that can be like a middle person to help them understand each other. Because I'm sure everybody has a story, you guys. I'm sure their mother has a story as to how she ended up not raising her own kids, and why she seems like she is so cold towards her kids, and maybe their mom can also understand why they are so angry when it comes to her, because guys, it seems like they are very angry with her. Those are the relationships that I'm interested in. The other stuff, the relationship with the guys, I'm gonna watch because I'm curious how it works. I am, but the other stuff, I really feel like we can get some deep lessons from this relationship with the brother, with the mother, with their daughters. But I hope that they don't show much of it. Yeah, but we'll see what happens in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching this video. You guys, please like it and share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Hopefully, all the other videos that are overdue are coming very soon. And by the way, you guys, the reunion is coming finally this Friday. I want to be like, bangathini uma singavele nje sivele sonke sivele sidube nje Friday sivele singayibuki i-reunion. Who has ever waited 3 weeks for the reunion, eh? Thank you so much, you guys. Please share the video with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Nginithanda kakhulu.